folks, welcome back to my videos of all things banjo related. I'm in year 5 of my banjo journey, and I've done some reflecting, and that's kind of the whole where these videos come about anyway, but I've reflected back on some of my older playing and things I've learned along the way. Wish that I would have recognized sooner, so I wanted to share some of those things with you. Some of the nuances of hammer-ons and pull-offs and string bends and banjo setup and tuning and whatever else I can think of. I wanted to share a few things. I got some ideas along the way. Today we want to talk about hammering on, specifically the 2-3 hammer-on the 2nd string. Okay, so the interesting thing about that is it depends on how fast or slow you actually do the hammer-on part and where you started and where you ended. Okay, there's kind of like a little pocket there that you can put it in. And what I realized when I went back and listened to my older playings, older recordings, was it didn't sound exactly right, at least to the way my banjo ears recognize it now. It's interesting, as you go through your banjo journey, your banjo ears develop. When I went back and listened to it, it sounded slow. It sounded like it was dragging behind. It wasn't on the beat or ahead of the beat or wherever that's supposed to be in the beat. It didn't sound right to me. So I wanted to go back and see if I could figure out why that is. So you think about your first learning that as a beginner. You're doing the Foggy Mountain breakdown. You do that forever and ever. And that one is supposed to kind of be in time, in that when you do the hammer on, that's when you hit the 1st string open. Brings back memories, listening to that really slow. Another one that you do is the kickoff, the walk up. And that one, once again, it's kind of slow to me in that it should be 8th notes. You do the hammer on the same time that you hit the 1st string open. But most of the other licks that I do that's got the 2-3 hammer on in it, I actually like playing the hammer on part a little bit faster. Okay, and when you're referencing tab, it looks 2 different ways, and sometimes you look at tab and to my ears it would sound better if you do it faster, but just to make you aware that there is a difference in the notation. At the top you'll see where the hammer on stays in the progression of 8th notes. You hammer on to the 3rd fret the same time you hit the 1st string open, okay, which is what you do in Foggy Mountain breakdown in that kickoff lick. The one at the bottom, it speeds up the hammer on, and it's written in notation as a 16th note there. So you do the hammer on the 3rd fret before you hit the 1st string open. And that does something interesting. If you start talking about playing behind the beat, in front of the beat, people talk about the drive of the banjo. A lot of times it plays a little bit ahead of the beat. I don't want to get into all that because it's confusing to try to explain. But this is one place where you can be playing in time. You can play these at the same speed. You're playing the song at the same speed, but this one's going to have a little more anticipation to it because it does the hammer on quicker than this one. Okay, so it just sounds different. So one place that you can do that is the D lick. Okay, that's the faster way. That's the way I tend to play it. You can drag it behind, and to me it sounds like it's loping. It's kind of dragging behind. It's kind of a different way to syncopate, and if you like that style, then go for it. But I'm trying to at least make you aware that there's some differences. So if you're not sounding like your favorite player, well, this might be something to be aware of. Okay. Also on the tag lick. Let's see. So here. Okay. Some people really drag that behind. I can't even play it like that very much anymore, but I sure did 3 or 4 years ago. I go back and listen to it. It's kind of dragging behind or loping. So just I wanted you to be aware of those differences, and maybe that'll help your banjo ears develop a little sooner than it did mine. All right, next time we will see if there's such a thing as the perfect pull off. See you next time.